to your November 2024 tarot reading. I hope all of you are doing amazing. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I am recording Saturday morning. I believe today is like the 8th of November, something like that. So I'm a little late on your reading and I do apologize, but maybe these energies will play out into the month of December as well. So just take them as they relate to your situation. As always, the intention for my readings here on YouTube is to provide insight and perspective to your current situation. A lot of this you may already know. This is just more of a validation, clarification, but sometimes we do come across future energy, right? So we want to also look out for things to anticipate and prepare for throughout the month coming up. So I already pulled a card for you here. It's from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. So this card is saying, what is already with you? And it's the number 17, breaking down to an 8. So the number 8 is really transformative. And I was also getting a transformative energy with the white butterflies here coming through. So that is telling me that you're going through some kind of change. Because it's white, it doesn't give me a bad feeling. I mean, usually transformation is not bad. We just perceive it to be because it's scary and it's inconvenient and we have to face a lot of our demons and, come out of the dark. But for some reason, this one is making me feel like you are light, you are bright, you are pure. There's cleansing. Maybe this transformation is about releasing and cleansing your spirit, cleansing certain toxins in your body or cleansing mental blockages, things like that, and releasing them and letting them go. And as you do that, you will notice a positive, transformative quality to that. And then, of course, just the fact that this card says what is already with you. So you may be in search of something without yourself or outside of yourself at this time. And the answer here is not, it has nothing to do with anything that's outside, all right? Whatever it is that you're looking for is either within you, as in a more emotional, mental, spiritual perspective, or it's something you already have. It's something you've already working on. It's something you've already started. It's something in your home. It's a skill set or a talent that you have. It's experience that you've gone through that now has turned into wisdom, and you can use that and share that, or whatever it is. I don't know, it could be different for everybody, but there's something about you already maintaining it and holding it within you, within your lifestyle, within your home, and you don't need to look outside. Okay, you don't need to look elsewhere, right? So I also get to be careful with comparing your life or comparing yourself or comparing where you have to be, right, by this age or by this time of life. Some people think, by a certain age, their life has to look a certain way. And if it doesn't, then they failed. Our journey is different, right? Not one person has the same journey. We are conditioned through society and expectation that, if you're an American living the American dream, or, our parents or our grandparents instill these certain values of get married, have kids, get a good job, a good education, blah, 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 which are all good things to do. Don't get me wrong, but it's not for everyone. And the process of it, right, from A to B, B to C, C to D, whatever, is not the same. You can go and get married early and then later in life go to college, right? You can do these things in different ways. It doesn't have to be this sequence of events that need to happen because we are conditioned that that's the right way to go, right? So some of you are feeling like you have failed, or you are feeling pressured that you are behind. And you're not where you're supposed to be by this time or something like that. That is not true. We are always exactly where we are supposed to be at any given time, whether that is a good thing, a perceived good thing, or a bad thing, right? Every moment is exactly where we are supposed to be. Everything that we are doing in this moment is exactly what we are supposed to be doing. It doesn't only affect ourselves. Our current moment also affects the people in our lives and their soul journey as well, right? Whether we are conscious about that or not. So there's always a higher purpose. There's always a higher reason. And it's none of our business what that higher reason is, right? Sometimes, yes, we can contemplate and think about it and philosoph. What? I can't say the word, but, um, create a philosophy around it. But some things are just unexplainable and we need to accept that. Okay. And yeah, so, just this is your indicator. This is spirit telling you that you're spending too much time comparing yourself to the external, right? Be careful with the social media usage and consumption. And, maybe you had like a really set purpose or idea that you wanted to follow and it's not coming through the way you thought it would, right? There's a reason for that. You will see why. If it's meant to happen, it will. What is meant for you is yours, right? So it's a mental conditioning of these belief systems and like affirmations or like repeating them or something like that. So that way you can start to condition your mind to how you need it to be conditioned for the best of yourself and your life and your path, not the conditioning that society has instilled in us. Okay. All right. So let's get another oracle card. I want to drink my coffee before it gets cold. This is from the Priestess of Light. What else for the Sagittarius for the month of November, please? One more oracle card. Opening heart, number 11. Deep connections, water blessings. All right, so in the month of November, you may find yourself connecting with a person, okay, which is it feels like a heart activation. All right, so you may have a lot of energy or what is this, like focus on your chest this month. So just be careful not to confuse that with, anxiety or sickness or something. Like if you are really having problems in your chest with your heart, like please go see a doctor, do the things. But just notice that, okay? If your solar plexus area of your body is highlighting or lighting up in the month of November. But deep feelings, all right? Maybe a lot of communication, getting to know somebody in a deeper level. Maybe you're going to the water, going to the ocean, and connecting with that element. You don't have to go to the body of water to connect with the water element, okay? You can do this in different ways in your home. If you want to do it in a physical way, obviously, right? Like salt baths or something like that. But otherwise, it's an emotional connection, okay? The water element does stand for our emotions and our sensitivity to our environment, even our psychic abilities as well. So there's an instinct, or maybe your intuition is telling you that you have to get closer to your heart or open up your heart to get closer to another. For most of you, you are dealing with another person here. And by communicating and opening up and being a little vulnerable and just flowy, right? Like water flows, the tides flow, and not resisting that, but flowing with it, I think it's going to do you very well. And I think that it will do your relationship very well, obviously, when you connect in those ways and there's more intimacy that's being created between you and a partner. And just releasing the walls, releasing the boundaries, releasing the tension, and allowing somebody to come in. Okay, so maybe you have a wall up and you haven't really fully felt the existence of your power. Maybe of your power, but of your love for you and the other person, right? Because there has been a wall or a shell around your heart. Maybe you're opening that up. And in November, there's something about like feeling the love and feeling the connection on a really deeper level here with you, between you and someone else. So we'll see how that does play out in your reading as we pull the tarot cards and go further and, deeper into your month. So we're going to get a sense of your personal energy. Pull 2 cards for your personal energy for November. What is it for the Sagittarius and their personal energy, please? I feel like you are offering love and you're like saying like, come on, right? Like, I got you. Like, it's okay. Like, we can do this. Like, you are reaching out. You are, what is this? Like, creating the thread, the tether, between you and your loved one. Sorry, I wasn't ready. Because I was looking over here. It's like you have the love. Like, you're like, somebody here is saying like, I got us. Like, I can hold us, right? Like, from a love emotional perspective, like, you're okay with me. You can trust me. You can be open with me. I'm not going to fail you, or I'm not going to hurt you. Like, and this could also be a spirit, right? This could be an angel. This could be a light, a guide. Maybe the white butterflies with the white dress and, all of this water energy does make me feel like this is a more spiritual situation as well for some of you. Maybe spirit is reaching out to you and saying like, you're okay. I got you. Don't be scared. It's all right. Come this way. Follow the light. Right? Come out of the dark. Open your heart. I think that there's going to be a moment this month where you're going to feel really emotional, and emotion coming through in the form of love and gratitude and light here. Okay, so like, if you feel all of the sudden this sense of unconditional love, or like really emotional, like it's coming, there's something going on, right? Like the heart activation, the heart is opening. And that is the change here, right? The positive change that I was saying with the white butterflies, the change of light, or the change in the light, something like that. I don't know. Okay, we'll see. But it's a really, really beautiful, calming, peaceful, loving, obviously, feeling that I'm getting with these 2 cards. And I really like that for you. Okay. Personal energy for the Sagittarius. Deep breaths. Personal energy. Sagittarius, November. Okay, you have the 6 of Cups. Ooh, that 8 of Swords wanted to come out earlier, and it came out again. It was meant to be here. All right. Well, I mean, something has you a little scared. With the 6 of Cups, this is making me feel a lot of this. All right. So the 6 of Cups can be that sense of unconditional love. But at the same time, there is a feeling of that boundary that I was talking about. Okay. Because the original depiction of the 8 of Swords is someone tied up, someone's perceived inability. And I say perceived because the swords have to do with the mind. So the 8 of Swords, it's important to always remember that it's not a physical restraint. It's a mental restraint. Okay. The 8 of Swords, you can get free. You can free yourself at any point, because there isn't anything literally tying you up, but it's a mental decision. It's a mental change here. Some of you may be facing your trauma as it relates to a heart opening, an activation with another person. Okay. So, and it doesn't have to be with another person either, but it's just this thing of like, you have a history of being guarded. You have a history of hesitating when you are coming into connection with other people. You have a history of maybe doubting yourself, having fear around that, because maybe you've been hurt, because maybe you've experienced loss, and so all that does is it molds you in certain ways to prevent it, right? These are defense mechanisms that our mind, body, heart, like all of the things within us do instinctively, right? So if we're not careful and we are not aware of the fact that we are doing this to ourselves, eventually from one moment to the next, we're going to go from being, unguarded to guarded, right? And how did you get there, right? You created these defense mechanisms throughout your life to prevent pain, to prevent loss, to prevent heartbreak in your case, because we're talking about the heart activation here. And we're talking about unconditional love with the Six of Cups. So you may be faced with this, like bubbling up to the surface this month, where your soul, your unconscious instincts are trying to like help you open up, right? Help you love. But your mind and your experience and your traumas are coming into tension with that. And so it's just going to feel really weird and really messy and confusing unless you meditate and you go into silence and you take a step back and you really decipher and go within and realize that this is happening, right? If you're not conscious about it, then you may seem crazy, or you may feel like you're going crazy, or you may feel really ugly feelings, and you don't want to feel that way, right? So your instincts may be to close up again, right? And to bring that wall and to even make that wall thicker because you don't want to go through it. But Spirit here is saying, like, there's something about this time of life for you. It's an opportunity to open up. It's an opportunity to face these demons and these traumas. It's an opportunity for you to experience unconditional love and to also provide unconditional love at the same time. Some of you, I'm getting, are learning how to do that because I don't know if you've ever been in a position where you needed to do that. All right. So this is like saying, like when you become a parent for the first time, especially later down the line, like when you're older, and you become a parent for the first time, it's like learning how to love in those ways. That does come instinctively, right? But if you're the type that has waited and your entire life and you're older, there's a reason, right? You may be disconnected from parenthood in general. So there's something about that I'm getting for some of you, like learning how to love in those ways as well. But then also for some of you, it is about a relationship. And if you're single and you're not in a relationship or something, this is just like a time where universe is pushing you to do that so you can prepare yourself to love. Okay. What else am I getting with this? Let's see. There's something about, yes, the preparation. Okay, like you're anticipating something here and you're trying to make it right. You're trying to check off all the boxes and make sure that by the time something arrives, you're ready. But you still have this hesitation and this fear. It's like you're doing something out of love, but at the same time, you're scared. Okay, so I don't know what that's about. And then for some of you, there is an element of past coming through with the Six of Cups. So this could be a past person coming up for you at this time, or it could be just the fact that you find yourself in a situation that is triggering that initial trauma. Okay, so where all of this happened, right? It's making you feel certain feelings, and it's reminding you of when you felt loss, of when you felt heartbreak. So yeah, you're very, very hesitant. All right. And you feel trapped. You feel like you cannot get out of this energy. And if you're not careful, like I said, you're going to perceive it in a way where you're going to have to give resistance instead of open up and receive the transformation. So be careful with that, depending on like what you want to gain out of this situation. All right, so what we're doing is we are looking for what your love and relationship energy is for November. We're only going to pull 2 cards for that. If you're interested in a deep dive love reading, stay tuned because I'm going to start doing the love readings per sign. So those will start coming out within the next few days. So subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber so you don't miss out on those love readings. All right, so far you have the Empress. Beautiful. So you feel acknowledged, you feel loved, you feel admired. And the King of Wands, holy moly, though that's you, okay? Male or female. So, I mean, there's a lot of passion here, guys, okay? So the fire energy is definitely on. So it's just now you want to work on your water energy because that fire is definitely there. And I'm glad to see that because that is your home, right? That's where you feel most at ease as a Sagittarius. So in your love life, I mean, there is assertion, right? Like you're being really assertive. You know what you want. You see what you like. You're going out after that. There could be someone in your life that you are very passionate about, very attracted to. You admire them. It's like you, right? Like you're the one I want. You know, especially because he's pointing here in this depiction of the card. I think that the both of you have really positive interaction with one another. I feel playfulness. I feel laughter. I feel joy. I feel somebody or 2 people are engaged, right? Like there's focus, you know, complete focus on one another, and you complement each other. Okay, so there's compatibility here for sure. When a King of Wands is at their best from a love perspective, he or she, I mean, there's a lot of doting and there's a lot of activity and excitement and action and plans and words and touching. And, you know, it's just this excitement, this fire, this passion that's under them. And they want to express that to their person in mind, right? And their person in mind is all about it because the Empress here is like, yes, you know, give me the attention. And I don't feel it to be, because I do think that this Empress, whoever it is that you're dealing with, male or female, is humble, right? In the depiction here, she's a little shy, but I think she enjoys it. And I think that the way it comes across, like your love language, complements her, how she likes to receive love and vice versa. So very positive energy here for the love part of life for you guys. All right, so let's go into the finances and career. Three of Cups, celebration. Awesome. I love that. You're celebrating some type of accomplishments in these areas of life. And the Page of Cups. Okay, so whatever it is that you're doing, you want to make sure that it is emotionally fulfilling at the same time, because you have 2 cup cards here. And some of you may be having a really good time with it as well. There's something here that's making me feel like whatever it is, it's in the beginning stages, just because this is a Page of Cups. So you have these ideas that you want to, I guess, like try out, right? And start. There's something about mixing. I'm getting mixing, like alchemy in a way, but maybe that's metaphorically for something that you're doing in your reality. But like mixing talents, mixing skill sets, like maybe you have a wide range of things that you do that you know how to do, and somehow all of them coming together is providing you with a really positive result, like from a money standpoint here. I also feel that there's going to be a lot of accomplishments, right? Like working on something and then getting the thing. Working on something, seeing the results. Working on something, making improvements. Like this is planning and putting things into place and then seeing the results and then celebrating your accomplishments here with the Three of Cups. If you're working with a group of people, you guys are on the same page. There's a lot of sharing of ideas. People know what they bring to the table. People are excited to be involved in this endeavor. There is one person who is leading it, but everybody else is having a really fun, good time. So whatever it is that you're working on, it sounds very exciting and upbeat and positive. It doesn't feel like this rigid work, when you dread going to work or, right? It feels like we're having fun. We're having, a good time with this and we're making money at the same time. Like that's a win-win situation here. So I do enjoy that for you. I think that you're going to enjoy it as well. Let's see. I don't know. I really enjoy, I don't know why I'm saying enjoy a lot. So there's something about you enjoying yourself, but the Page of Cups makes me feel really, really good here. And it is in your career sector. So I don't know what this is. It's like an emotional bond here when it comes to work. And it's like, it just, this feeling of like, love, right? Like, I don't know how to explain this. What is this? Like when you're giving, okay? Like when someone loves to give, right? That in of itself is happiness. Okay, so it feels like that. Like I can give and that makes me happy here with the Page of Cups, So that's a good thing. Okay. Let's go into more detail. So we're going to pull cards from another deck and just get a story here of how your month is going to play out. What does the Sagittarius need to anticipate, prepared for? People, energy, situations, circumstances coming their way. What does Sagittarius need to know, please? So we are, what did I say, the 8th? I think we're the 8th. Could be the 9th, I'm not sure. But it's Saturday. What is coming through at this time? So this could be how your month began, or this could be at this time now that you're listening to this reading. But let's start it off. What does Sagittarius need to know? What is up with the Sagittarius, please? Two of Swords. So at the beginning of the month, or when you are listening to this reading, there is choice. There's options here. Wow. What is this? A lot of signs actually got this energy just in different times of the month, but the Two of Swords with the Five of Swords were very common this month in November. One more. Okay. All right, let's see how I can position these cards to fit. Well, choice, like I said, all right, there is definitely some walls coming up here. I don't know what this has to do with. I'm not pulling clarifiers today, but the idea that someone here is definitely sabotaging a situation, being extremely selfish, not considering others, is coming through really strongly at this time. There could be some fights. There's a lot of ego and power play here as well. So I don't know who you're dealing with that is giving off this energy. I don't know if this is you giving off this energy, but it doesn't feel really good. This is toxic stuff here. All right. So you want to be very mindful of how you are giving out your energy, you know, like you may unconsciously be messing, you know, with your situation, even if you're not literally like ending something or throwing in the towel on something else, or, you know, like physically, just your overall vibe, your overall energy may literally be sabotaging all other things around you. I'm getting, right? Like the other aspects of life. So you want to be careful with how you are vibing, what your frequency is, right? And this starts with a mental and emotional alignment. If you're in a mood, if you're feeling like you want to destroy, if you're feeling like, I don't know, it just feels this like Eight of Swords, like I'm stuck, right? And you don't like it. I could imagine a Sagittarius in a bad mood. It's not the best, right? So, you know, and then on top of that, with the whole King of Wands energy and you just being really flighty and like quick to make moves, I don't know, it just really feels like if you're not careful, you're going to mess with all of the other important parts of life because you don't understand what is happening. You're in your mind, okay? It's like there's a mental block, a hard no or a hard block here with the Two of Swords. And then bringing in a Five of Swords into the mix, all because there is a Three of Swords involved, right? So 5 minus 2, this is a Three of Swords energy. The root to your mood, the root to this tantrum, the root to, you know, this shitty moment that you're having has to do with pain. It has to do with heartbreak. It has to do with loss. It has to do with a wounded ego or something that made you feel bad. All right. So get a hold of yourself here. What is it, right? Bring it to the surface. Let it bubble up. Feel it. Acknowledge it. Okay. Because if you don't allow yourself to go deep and to really identify what this mood is, then how are you going to effectively deal with it and put it to rest once and for all so it doesn't continue to bubble up? You also have the Six of Pentacles and the King of Swords. There's help here, so someone may be helping you through this process. A King of Swords is going to help you say, hey, like, wake up, a slap, right? Like, snap out of it, you know, look at your reality. Look at the situation for what it is. What are the facts here, right? The King of Swords is not going to allow you to or play into the emotional mess that you may be exuding at this time. A King of Swords is going to help you find clarity, find alignment, right? Like control your thoughts here. So there's something, there could be a person that is helping you through this process at this time, or you are helping someone through this process as well. Because the Six of Pentacles is assistance, right? A give and take relationship. I give to you, you give back. We are balanced. We are in alignment. This is a win-win situation, right? This is for the best of the both of us, things like that. So yeah, it's like somebody here feels like your savior, like they lift you up when you are down. I'm getting with this depiction of the crow and how the crow is lifting up the fish, right? There's a fish here that is being picked at and dying, whereas there's another one that this crow is saving. So when someone is down, somebody else comes to lift them up. And this person may be a more experienced individual as it relates to how to deal with messy situations like this. This situation, if you're not careful, can get really ugly. So you may hurt somebody, you may hurt some feelings, you may destroy things. You know, there's a lot of selfish action coming through here. And you just want to be careful if you're taking this reading seriously. Somebody's also finding help from like through for a financial situation as well. So somebody may be helping you, or you may be helping someone financially. King of Wands next to a King of Wands. All right. So this is in the middle of the month. Here you gain your confidence back. Here you gain your passion back. Feels really good. Here's that Six of Cups again. Where is it? Up top. So we're getting repeated cards here. So these are indicating that these energies are going to be of strong focus. The Death card, we were already getting transformation with the butterflies. I'm also feeling for some of you, if this was like a situation that you had with another person, your partner, a friend, a family member, something like that. You were going through it. They helped you through it. You gained your confidence back, all the things. And it's just like you're in a real transformation type of or time of life right now that it's like clear. Like people see that. People know that. So you are not, especially with your close ones, your close loved ones, like you're not shying away from letting them know that you're changing, you know, and they know you're changing. So they're also here to help. It's like a positive change, like a positive transformation. It's not, because the Six of Cups is here next to Death. It's like productive or light, right? Like it's not this really, like you're not in the depths, you're not in the ashes, you're not in the middle of the dark. Like you can see while you're changing, you're conscious of your changes. And there are others here providing support with the Six of Cups and love, you know, while you are going through that. Beautiful. There's opportunity. It's just like I think we all go through this like all the time. You know, like we always want to be better. We always want to be a better person. We always want to be a better parent and a better lover, better husband, better wife, like whatever, right? Like we try our best. Sometimes we lose that motivation to try and we go into like maybe a depression spell or something like that, or we're just like giving up, especially these days. You know, I hear that everywhere, right? And it's the depression is real. But dang, like if we as a collective, as a human race only knew, the power that we have for ourselves to make a difference for ourselves in our own hearts, in our own minds, right? To get out of this expectation and comparison. I think that the biggest reason for depression, and this is just my opinion, you don't have to agree with it, is how much we compare ourselves to that of others on social media. And, you know, it's just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous because everybody is going through their own thing. Everybody is here for their own purpose, to learn a different lesson, to experience different things. Like we're not the same. We don't have to be the same. Like in another, what's already with you. Don't look out there for the happiness. You know, you follow certain people on YouTube, you follow certain people on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and it's just like, oh, I wish I had their life, or I wish I can do that, or whatever. Maybe you're not saying that out loud. Maybe you're just feeling that and thinking that. But why? Right? Like, put the phone down and go outside and, you know, plant something. Go and, I don't know, create something, right? Like, what is it that you're passionate about? Go and like work on that. Get away from the phone for a little bit and see what comes of it. See how much better you feel. And it's not easy. I get it, you know, and I understand that, you know, especially in America, like we're going through the economic stuff and all of that. But be grateful for what you do have. You know, if you have shelter, if you're listening to this reading, I'm assuming that you're good, right? Like you have a home, you have food, you have clothes, you have a job. Because if you don't have these essential, vital things for survival, then why are you listening to this reading on YouTube right now, right? So I'm assuming that you're good. So be grateful. What can you be grateful for today, right? It's just finding the gratitude is always step one for me. And I've gone through so many transformations in my life, so many death and rebirths. I've been at the bottom so many times, and I've risen to really high levels so many times. And it's my birth, right? Like what is it, like the soul contract I have in at this time, during this life. And I get that. So I can say that there's so much power that humans come with that we can do so much with, right? We don't have to stay down. We don't have to stay sad. We don't have to stay in the dark. And I get that it's hard to find that motivation. I've been through that as well, but it always starts with gratitude. That's how I always pick myself up. I wake up, and at any point, when I'm feeling shitty, I think of what I'm grateful for, right? Like, I am alive, my children are alive, and we have shelter, we are fed, we, have the things that we need. Like, start off there. Start off extremely basic, the basic necessities of life, because there are millions of people on this planet that do not have that, right? And so start there, and then build from that point, finding a connection to spirit, to source, to God somehow that tethers you and makes you feel safe and secure again, while you are navigating these emotions. So I don't know who had to hear that, but I mean, the sadness is real. I get it. But the power that we have to get out of that is also real. And there's opportunity here as you go through this transformation. You gain opportunity in some way, and this is a tangible opportunity. So a change in emotion to get out of this stuff here and to find your confidence and your willpower and your excitement and your enthusiasm, just your overall power, and this gratitude and this love, for life, or love for your family, love for yourself, whatever it is that's motivating you, right? It's changing the dynamics, and it's creating opportunity, like tangible opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles. So this is essentially a belief change, a belief system, a mindset change. Okay, which is amazing. Like, if you can get through this and get out of this and into this, like, holy shit, that's power. Okay, let's look at the end of the month here for the Sagittarius. I can't. I could just end the reading here. The 10 of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? That's the best card in the deck. 6 of Swords. Ace of Swords. Yeah. Oh my God. The Emperor. Look. I mean, it's like full circle here. You literally see how your mindset changed everything by one mental shift. It could be from seeing the worst in everything to consciously, actively choosing to stop that and see the best in everything, right? Let's just say, just by that little change, by the end of the month, you have no doubts anymore how powerful the mind can be. Like, you can literally tell people, if you do this, I know it works because I've done it and I've seen the change. This 6 of Swords and Ace of Swords, there is a 5 of Swords involved here, which is what you started with up here. But this is in the way of identifying and being aware that when you are in this energy, you prevent growth, you prevent happiness, you sabotage the happiness. You sabotage the love. You create negativity. You create blockages. Like when you're here and you become aware of that, because when you fixed it and you got your power back and you started to feel energetic again and positive again, you started to see Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. You started to see the results. You felt better, more healthy, more vibrant, more energetic, confident, enthusiastic. You started to see the money come in, right? You had more energy to actually get out there and create and work and do the things that resulted in you seeing the benefits from that. So at the end of the month, there's reflection here on how negative mindset compared to positive mindset is the change maker in life. And the Emperor, you end the month with the Emperor. You are more than good. You are better at the end of the month than you started the beginning of the month. All right? You're in control. You're back in control again. You are in, what is this? Like, whatever it's, if this is work or situation where you're in authority or something like that, like you can handle this. And there is a lot of money to be made. There is a lot of financial gain here at the end of the month. You may be faced with temptation, once again, to go into this low level energy, but you don't. You see how quickly you can go there and then you stop it, right? Like now, when you know, you can't unknow. When you do, you have to continue to do, this is a thing of like, better now. And hopefully for the Sagittarius I'm picking up on, like you never submit or succumb to this energy. And when it comes and it presents itself as an opportunity to go low and to go dark, you see it and you have a conversation and you say, no, not this time, right? Like not today. And you continue down this high vibing, high frequency light path here. Okay. It's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, there's nothing that you can't handle, like you can handle anything. Sometimes your mind gets the best of you. But that sense of confidence and optimism and power that you come with, that you were born with, that your planet bestows you with, right, is always present and up for the grabs. So hold on to that, grab onto that, and that's always going to be the change maker for you. Hopefully you get out of this negative energy here and, you see the benefits of that. But beautiful reading, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your reader today. I really enjoy reading for you guys, and I really enjoyed this reading. I hope all the best for you. If you have, if you're curious about your moon sign, rising sign, partner sign, check those videos out. They're all on YouTube. Press the like button if you got something out of today's reading, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you here in December, okay? Have a good one. Bye.